Hi mover, welcome to this 4-pose Yin Yoga for backs sequence. It's going to take us about 10-15 minutes. It's a beautiful time to start to calm your nervous system down, get a little movement and relaxation into your back and your neck. It's a perfect time just for you after work or before bed. So in today's class, we are going to use a bolster, which is a yoga cushion. If you don't have a bolster in your home, feel free to grab 1 or 2 bed cushions and use them the exact same way that I'll be using the bolster today. So let's start by putting this bolster on the long way on the mat. We're gonna bring it, and this is kind of your choice. I like to bring it really close to my butt. Some people like to leave an inch or 2 between. Keep those feet apart and let's walk down onto the cushion just so you can have a nice, relaxing little low back bend there. Now with your legs, you have a choice. You can bring those feet out wide, maybe let the knees drop together. Feel free to try that. Choice number 2 is to bring the soles of the feet together, the knees out wide. This one also, you want to work on the hips. And choice number 3 is to bring those legs out long. And after you've tried all 3 of those, pick the one you like the best, the one that you need today. I'm going to choose the butterfly legs, the Supta Baddha Konasana legs. And take a moment, just rest the back of your palms on the ground. Maybe tuck your chin into your chest. And as you arrive on your mat, I want you to just take a little scan of your body, starting from the top of the head, slowly move down. And first look for the places that feel good. Maybe they feel a little relaxed, they feel a little open. Maybe they're free of sensation. And then moving down to the toes, I want you to scan your body going back up, checking in, and notice any areas of sensation. Maybe there's tension or a little ache. And as you check in with those physical sensations, if there's any sharp shooting pain, I want you to move your stance, move your pose till you come away from that red zone. If there's some discomfort, that's normal. We're going to feel something here. It's going to be in this lovely place of joyful discomfort. Feels different than our day-to-day life. But it's in a nice, safe, uncomfortable zone. This is part of our practice, learning to sit with a little discomfort. So it's going to bring us some peace and comfort later on. Now let's seal up those lips and let's take a big breath in through the nose. Side out. Let's try that one more time, a little deeper. A little longer. And maybe, perhaps, you try that a 3rd time. We're using this breath to let our body know that we want to encourage it to release, to begin to calm. And some days that calm comes a little quicker than others. Some days it's still far away. But give yourself a little thank you for being here on your mat. We're going to hold this for 3 more breath cycles. You got this. We'll slowly get ready to move into our next pose. So coming off that bolster, I like to plant my feet on the ground, put one arm around my stomach as I roll nice and carefully off to the side, off the pillow. And then use your hands, moving slowly. We're trying to keep that nice yoga vibe. We're gonna walk ourselves up. Setting up for pose number 2. First pose was a back bend. This one's gonna get into some of our rotation. So sitting sideways, knees out toward the front of the mat. We're gonna bring that bolster close to the hip. Take a moment to sit nice and tall. And then begin to twist your spine over toward the bolsters. The knees stay sideways. You're gonna walk yourself down so your chest, maybe your belly, is gonna lay on the bolster, and you're gonna melt the one cheek down. I like to have my arms out to the side, almost like my cactus arms. And you're in a little supported, twisted root posture. And take those first 30 seconds or so to get comfortable, maybe resetting your head, setting your arms, because we're going to be here for a little bit of time. In these longer held poses, it can be nice to sometimes have something else to think about. So I want you to move to your hands. I want you to notice the space between the palm of your hand and the floor. Notice the texture of the floor. Is it soft? Is it hard? And see if you can find a little space, a little air bubble between the floor and your hand. What does that feel like? And then move your awareness to your fingertips. Maybe starting with the pinky finger. And be curious, finding that point where the baby fingertip is connected to the ground. And maybe the ring fingertip. The tip of the middle finger. The index finger. And the thumb. And then maybe move that awareness to your wrist and your forearm, noticing where it's connected to the ground. And we're just going to stay here in some silence for another 3 to 5 breaths. There's no place for you to be other than right here in this supported twist. We're going to keep those arms weighted to the ground. If your mind's wandering away from the pose, maybe move back to your fingertips, noticing one, noticing the next. Just using the physical sensations of the body to stay in the present moment on your mat. And then feeling your arms, we're going to move really slowly using those arms to support yourself as you slowly begin to walk up. And this is our yoga practice. We gotta keep both sides even. So we're gonna move to the other side. So I like to just roll over my glute muscles, roll over my butt, face the other way on the mat. Knees are facing sideways. Taking moments to sit nice and tall, extending your spine. And then beginning to twist towards your bolster, towards your cushion. As you walk yourself down, bringing the chest, maybe the belly down to the bolster. Melting the other cheek to the mat, to your prop. And here, again, take the first 30 seconds or so to settle in. Do the moving to get to that nice, joyful, discomfortable place. And then once you find a place you can be for a few minutes, you're going to allow the movement to stop. And once again, let's take your attention and move it to the palms of the hand. Notice the density of the floor. Perhaps the temperature of the floor underneath the hands. Perhaps finding that little space bubble that's between your floor and your palm. And then moving your awareness to the ends of your pinky fingers. Notice where your pinky fingers touch the ground. Moving on over to the ring finger. Noticing the tip of the middle finger on the ground. And the index finger. And the thumb. Allow your wrists and your forearms to be weighted into the ground. We're melting into the prop, into the cushion and the floor. Just like we're a magnet slowly being attracted and pulled to the earth. We'll stay here in silence for another 3 to 5 breaths. Computer's still on, we're still here together. Allow yourself permission to just be here. Feeling the weight in the hands and the arms. Keeping our vibe. We're going to begin to slowly walk up. So really let your hands and your arms support you as you begin to walk your way up all the way. And we're going to find, let's actually, before we find our last pose, let's sit up nice and tall. Feel that spine. Maybe roll those shoulders back a few times. Nice and slow. And then moving them forward. Big, slow rotations. You've moved our back into a back bend. We've had it in a twist rotation to the left and the right. Now we've loosened the shoulders, we're going to find a forward bend. So finding your wide leg child's pose, with the tips of the toes together, the knees out wide. We're going to bring the bolster or your bed cushions between the legs. Sit nice and tall, have your spine nice and long. We're gonna walk ourselves down to the bolster. Nice wide cactus arms again. You can choose to melt a cheek to the bolster. Or perhaps you want to stack those palms on top of each other, giving yourself a little space to breathe. Melting your forehead to the bolster. Another option is to have the arms maybe in front a little bit, melt the forehead down. Just take those first 30 seconds, experiment with the arms, the body, get out all the movement, and we'll settle in. And all together, let's exhale all the air from the lungs. Take a big, beautiful breath in. Let that air fill your back body, fill your ribs. Maybe feel like you're beginning to float away from the mat. And slowly let that breath go. Perhaps sinking a little bit more into your prop or the floor. Using that big, beautiful breath as much as you would like to encourage calm. I inhale, I'm aware of my body. I exhale, I calm my body. It's a little mantra from a Buddhist monk. Sometimes that helps me to stay in one place. And let's stay here together for 3 to 5 more breaths. As we come to the end of this shorter practice, I want you to check in with the emotion running through you. Has it shifted since you stepped on your mat 4 poses ago? Maybe it has. Maybe there's another one creeping in. I want you to feel the weight in your hands and slowly begin to walk yourself back up one final time. Find yourself in a comfy seat, crisscross kneeling. Allow your seat to root down, your spine to grow tall. Bring your hands to heart center. Maybe a little tuck of the chin. And take a moment to think of one thing today that you are grateful for. And give yourself a little internal hug for being here on your mat today. Giving yourself 4 poses that are wonderful for your back and your nervous system. And we'll end with a full breath in. Full breath out. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Come back to your day. And I will see you next time. Bye.